All right, guys, Gemini, back with another video, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. What we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be discussing some of the holes that WWE has in their storylines in regards to the upcoming WrestleMania 32. And that's going to be the thesis of this video. There's two main matches going into 32. There's two main matches that pretty much everyone is got their eyes set on. Obviously, one is Roman Reigns and Triple H, which we'll be discussing here in just a minute, and Shane McMahon and The Undertaker would be the other big match. Before we get started, into that, I just want to let you guys know that it's 9:34 right now here on the West Coast, and a little bit later today, probably around noon or so, I'll have up my Royal Rumble video. For all you guys who still collect the DVDs, I'll have my Royal Rumble video up. So please check that out. I picked up the Royal Rumble 2016 Blu-ray yesterday. Okay, so anyways, let's get into this. Let's discuss some holes in the storyline for WWE Wrestlemania 32. And, I'm not pessimistic about the show. Obviously, I'm going. Obviously, I've invested, quite a bit of money in this. I mean, I have, just to be in Dallas and be there, I've invested a lot of money in this. So hopefully I'll get a good show out of it. Match number one, where there's massive holes. It's got to be, I mean, if you think about it, Triple H and Roman Reigns right now has a massive gaping hole. Think about this in retrospect. Who is Triple H actually feuding with right now? He's feuding with Dean Ambrose, but he's fighting Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So what's the main event at WrestleMania 32? Is it Dean Ambrose and Triple H, or is it Triple H and Roman Reigns? There's a big problem there. There's never been a WrestleMania before where you've had a champion feuding with another guy who wasn't the champion. Right now, this thing is all mixed up, with Reigns and Triple H. I mean, you would think that WWE, if they were focusing, they would be focusing on Triple H and Reigns, but right now they're focusing on Triple H and Ambrose. So what the hell is going on? Does this mean that we're going to see a three-way match at WrestleMania with Ambrose in there now versus Roman Reigns versus Triple H? I mean, is this the direction they're going? What are they saying here by having Triple H feud with Dean Ambrose? What are they saying about Roman Reigns? Now, I've heard stories that they're protecting Roman Reigns from cities that boo him. And I was thinking about that. You can't hide the boos. They either like you or they don't like you. So you can't hide those boos. So, yeah, there's some major problems right now. What's going on, guys, in the chat room? Daniel, WWE fan. There's some major problems in the Reigns and Triple H match right now. I mean, it doesn't make sense. I mean, HHH guy says the Ambrose match ends with Brock screwing Dean at March 12th, clearly. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to that show in Toronto. It's going to be awesome. And it's, it's like basically watching another pay-per-view on the WWE network. More good news, too, for you guys. Listen, I got a hookup for that WWE Canada Best of Canada DVD. A guy on Facebook is going to send that to me, so it's going to be sweet because it's supposed to be Canada exclusive, but I'm getting that one, so it's going to be awesome. And I got Royal Rumble yesterday too, so pretty excited about that. And I was going to tell you guys another problem is the Undertaker and Shane McMahon match. There's major problems with this. Like this past week on Monday Night Raw, I was thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, Undertaker's going to come out and he's going to explain what's going on. He's going to explain why he's doing the bidding for Vince McMahon at WrestleMania. But the Undertaker, all he did was like choke Vince, and it really didn't make any sense. It didn't. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, Shane McMahon, I think, was a surprise to everyone. I don't think anyone was expecting Shane. And people have been saying that Shane is going to have a substitute for him in Hell in the Cell versus The Undertaker. I don't I don't know. It's a mystery, and the mystery is like, how can Shane even beat the Undertaker? I mean, let's see what the Brady says. Wrestling Brady, what's up, dude? Ambrose seems to be doing double duty on multiple storylines. Even when he was Intercontinental Champion, he was in Roman's storylines too. Just have him focus on himself. Yeah, and that's another hole. You would think right now, WWE with WrestleMania like 3-4 weeks away, they would be focusing strictly on Ambrose feuding with Lesnar. But right now, you have guys switching feuds. So it's like, what are we doing here? In what WrestleMania before have they ever switched feuds? I mean, let's just pick a WrestleMania here. WrestleMania 5, Hulk Hogan and Macho Man. You didn't see Macho Man feuding with Brutus the Barber Beefcake going into WrestleMania 5. He was feuding with Hulk Hogan. I mean, point being, this year is so scrambled up. They've been hiding the matches. They've been switching the matches around. It's like, what the fuck? I heard WWE only sold 70,000 tickets for this show so far. So it's like, you guys got to turn it up. And this past week on Monday Night Raw, they didn't turn it up. They didn't turn it up at all, man. I'm telling you, that crowd in Nashville was flat. They didn't do a very good job on Raw this week. They should have had Shane McMahon there. They should have had Shane and The Undertaker confronting each other. I know that they're going to confront each other in Chicago last week, but WWE is flat running out of time to get this storyline going and fix these holes in the storylines. Triple H needs to be with Roman Reigns right now. Brock Lesnar needs to be with Dean Ambrose. I mean, they need to quit switching these guys around. They need to make sense of these matches. I mean, Shane McMahon, we need to know that he's going to be the real guy who faces The Undertaker. You know, that they need to make us, you know, I mean, people are not convinced that Shane McMahon is actually going to do the match. You know, and we need to know 100% if Shane's even going to do the match or if they're going to pull some bullshit injury storyline or what they're going to do, you know, because I still somehow have doubts that Shane's going to get in there. I want Shane and The Undertaker to do their match, but I want the build for this WrestleMania, considering, you know, that I'm going and stuff and I spent all this money into this trip. I want this build into WrestleMania just to be epic. And the Monday Night Raw this past week was not epic at all. It was like, oh my God, man, what are we doing? It's like, what kind of sense does, you know, Vince choking or Undertaker choking Vince McMahon make? I mean, I thought Undertaker was supposed to be, is Undertaker now, is he working for Vince McMahon? But if he's working for Vince, he's obviously not going to choke his ass out. Yeah, you guys, you know, let me put this to the guys in the chat room here, because I got a bunch of guys in here right now. Do these storylines to you guys make any sense at all going into WrestleMania 32? Because I am baffled on all the storylines. They make zero sense to me. Why? I mean, it was like something that just came out of the blue. They just decided, oh, we're going to have Ambrose have a go at it with Triple H now, you know. And another question too is like I heard Roman Reigns was like not really hurt, you know, because of blood and stuff. But now supposedly the word going around is Roman Reigns is like legit hurt, you know. So it's like, oh shit. So now Reigns is hurt. All right, let's see what we got in the chat. We got a little action here. The problem is you build your main events on part-timers. Yeah and no. Like Brock Lesnar's a part-timer, but man, he draws a lot of cash. All right, let's see. James says Taker probably going to turn on Vince after WrestleMania. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't. I think we find out in Chicago. Things will be answered in front of a smart crowd that will enjoy. You're damn right. They got to turn this up, guys. They got to get this thing going. They got to get the WrestleMania card in front of us so we know what the hell's going on at WrestleMania. They got to start selling some tickets for this thing. AT&T Stadium in Dallas, the Cathedral, Jerry World, holds 105,000 people. At the NBA All-Star Game in 2010, AT&T Stadium put 108,000 people in there for the 2010 All-Star. I mean, that the dimensions of AT&T Stadium are off the charts, ridiculously huge. I mean, this is the biggest venue WWE has ever been to. They have to get this thing going. Injuries or no injuries, you got to turn up the heat on this storyline. Okay, Michael says, did you hear Triple H will face Dean Ambrose at WWE Roadblock? Okay, now, Michael, you're teaching me something new, because this is the first time that I've seen that the name of the show is WWE Roadblock. So, interesting name, interesting concept. Obviously, Triple H will retain the title, but I guess to make sense of the holes in the storyline, I guess that they're using Dean Ambrose right now because Roman Reigns is hurt, but they haven't really been telling the fans that Roman Reigns is hurt. So not 100% sure exactly what's going on here. They got big holes in the storyline. They got to try to cover them up too. Undertaker, Triple H, Shane, and Lesnar are part-timers. They choose their appearance poorly. I don't know. I tell you what, Monday Night Raw in Nashville this week with that dead crowd, those people had zero energy in Nashville. They needed a guy like Brock Lesnar out there entertaining that crowd, because that crowd was not entertained, man. Even you could watch, even when Vince McMahon came out there, he was like raising his arms up in the air like, come on, that's all you got. Come on, that's all you got. And, man, they needed to do like big cities like Philly and Detroit and Chicago and Pittsburgh, like really, really rough wrestling towns like MSG, and get these storylines in front. They have 3 weeks to go. What is the date today? Today is March. Let's see. I'm just looking how many days until WrestleMania. Today is March 2nd, Wednesday, March 2nd. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You got 31 days until WrestleMania. 31 days to build this thing and get the fans pumped up and sell out that cathedral, at AT&T Stadium. Everyone looking forward to Reigns' entrance in Chicago. No, they're not. You kidding? They are going to boo Roman Reigns out the building at the Rosemont Horizon. I guarantee they will boo the hell out of Roman Reigns. That's another major hole in the storyline, is who's the baby face in the Triple H and Roman Reigns feud. Is Triple H the good guy? Is Roman Reigns the good guy? I mean, who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? Who are the fans going to cheer and who are they not going to cheer? They will be in Chicago Monday, so it'll be better. You're damn right. I was at WrestleMania 22, and I can tell you that Chicago crowd, rough, but man, they know they're wrestling, and man, they love their wrestling. WWE has a network special in 2 weeks. I'm assuming Brock will cost Ambrose that match to turn up their feud, while having Triple H defend the belt at least once. Yeah, I don't know, Brian. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. It's interesting. All I know is they got major holes in their storyline. We're going to have to get out of here. You guys know me. I work on Graveyard. I got to get off the computer and get to sleep, though. So I will catch up with all you on Facebook, Vincent Flair. I'll catch up with all you on Twitter, Gemini888. Please send me your pictures of your Royal Rumble DVD, and I'll retweet them and all that good stuff. Everybody, have a subscribe to the channel. Check the channel out. I think they'll enjoy the hell out of it. You guys stick with me. The Gemini888 channel right now might be going through a little bit of hard times with all the dislikes and stuff, but there's still love there. There's still love for the videos. People are still watching. Is John Cena going to return as a heel? I hope so. Anyways, guys, Gem loves you, and I care about you. You guys have a good one, and thank you.